Welcome back to Cosmetics Anonymous. I am your favorite new mama, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is a first impressions, a reaction, whatever you want to call it. I am going to be reviewing the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. Tom Ford. I don't rock Fashion Nova, I rock Tom Ford. Okay, those are not the lyrics, but anyway, this is the box it comes in. Very classic Tom Ford. I am in the shade 9.5 Warm Almonds. This is the product. Feels very heavy. You got your TF on top. It's actually hard to come off. Like, you gotta really pull this top part off to open it so you know your product's safe in there. It is a nice metal casing. It tells you what your product is right there. On the bottom you have your color, and your net weight is 0.5 ounces or 15 grams. So pretty standard for stick foundation, I believe. On the back of your box you have all your ingredients down here. And it is made in Canada, okay? So, oh, that's why it's so damn expensive. So this foundation retails at $102. Yes, you heard me correctly. $100. Is that right? I don't fucking know. $100. No, $102. I don't freaking know. I don't remember. Okay. Either way, it's $102 Canadian. So obviously cheaper in the States, cheaper everywhere else in the damn world except for here in Canada. The shit is expensive as hell. There was an okay shade range, but they could definitely do better. That's for certain. They could do better. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how much you're getting. So this is it in the tube. I'm sure if once it's like topped off, you could probably scoop in. We're gonna find out once I get to the bottom of this. But I found that when I was trying to find my shade, it was a little difficult because of the shade range. And I did pick it up at Sephora. I went for the Dior foundation, the new Backstage one, but if you follow me on Twitter, you know what happened with that. Basically, they swatched it on me. I found out what my color was in the Dior foundation. They already had their masterclass for it at Sephora, and the girl was under the impression that she could sell the product even if like somebody came in and asked for it. But I came in and asked for it, and she swatched it on me and everything. She's like, okay, I'll get somebody to bring it. Ciao. The other girl came back and said, we can't actually sell it because it's not out on the floor till the 29th. So I was like, really, bitch? I was like, it's online, I don't understand. And they're just like, yeah, you can only get it online. So I have to come home and order that bitch online. So next Wednesday, or on Wednesday, sorry, I should have the foundation. Anyway, I thought that the Dior foundation was expensive, honey. This shit is so damn expensive, and it better be worth $102. This is definitely a luxury item. This is not something that you would want to use as your everyday foundation. For $102, well, maybe it is, because then you want to get your money's worth, but for $102 you probably want to ease down on this foundation. The details state that this is a medium coverage foundation. It is for all skin types. The finish is matte. What it is a unique cream foundation that creates a flawless and natural finish. What it does, this unique cream foundation formula features the nourishing Tom Ford Infusing Complex. The portable stick format achieves versatility in application for sheer, medium, or full coverage. I'm definitely going to go for medium to full, while remaining beautifully natural and undetectable. Okay, that's a big deal, honey. That's really important because you don't want to look cakey ever, no matter what foundation you're wearing. So we're going to see how this pans out. When used as a concealer, oh, okay, it swiftly hides imperfections, leaving a matte finish. This actually says it's only available online, but it is in store as well. It comes in 19 shades. They could definitely do better with the shade range. They only have like 5 colors for women of color that vary from like really light to rich, I guess, but like they're darkest color is called Macassar. Macassar. I don't know how to say that, child. The color is number 12. I purchased 9.5, which is, I would say, the beginning of their shades for deeper women. Then you have the number 10, which is darker, and then you have number 11, which is actually lighter than 10, and then you have the 12, which is the darkest shade that they offer. So far, what I've seen is that people are comparing it to the stick foundation from Makeup Forever, which is obviously way cheaper than this. Fraction of the price. Hello, hi, how are you? I've never tried the Makeup Forever foundation, but because I bought this, I'm probably going to try that one to compare the two, and then I'll give you guys an update. I know you guys want me to put the damn foundation on, but I just want to give you guys all the specs before I get into trying this foundation out. And of course, I came up in this filming room without a freaking beauty blender. Okay, I'm gonna hope and pray that I am super HD, because you obviously need to get the full effects of the makeup. I get the feeling that I never had before. I'm going to use my MAC matte cream because it's supposed to be a matte product. So let's just see how it will perform with this. Now, I usually use 2 primers, but today I'm opting out and I'm just going to use, oh my god, it's killing me to only use 1 primer. It's killing me to only use 1 primer. I don't want to use just one. Like, I really don't. Alright, 1 primer, 1 primer, 1 girl, 1 primer. And I'm going to use the foundation with a brush and with my beauty blender because I want to see the difference with blending. So, that's 1 swipe, 2 swipe, 3 swipe, 4 swipe. I'm going for full coverage. It doesn't really have a smell. It doesn't really have like a perfumey smell, but it has a scent. It does. It glides on really nicely. By the looks of it, it looks like it has like what's it called? It's a little oily. It feels oily and it looks oily. I'm hoping when I blend it that's not the case, because it is supposed to be a matte finish. So I would really like to see where exactly this turns matte. So I'm using my beauty blender that is damp on this side of my face. I love the way it blends out. My skin looks superb. I'm not mad at the way it blended out. Definitely some of the shine is gone. I think it's a product that once you add your powder, it definitely will be matte still. It's a little on the orange side for me, but my skin looks pretty freaking flawless. I'm not gonna lie. For $100, my skin better look like baby skin, bitch. Like, $100. I just can't even deal with the price point on this foundation. I'm like, why? I get it's Tom Ford, but honey, drop that shit down. Everything in Canada is just shittily priced. So on this side of my face, I'm gonna try to use the brush and just pull that product and blend it in. And this is a brush I got with VIB Rouge. I got it a while ago. This is the Pro Mini Flawless Airbrush 56.5. It's kind of cute. I've never used it before. It was just sitting on my vanity. And it actually is blending out the product rather nicely. I'm not mad with how this looks on my skin. I'm really not. They could definitely work on the shade range because there were 99 damn colors for Caucasians and Not enough colors for us beautiful brown skinned women, okay? I didn't see any Tom Ford concealers on the shelf, so I didn't get a Tom Ford concealer. So I'm just gonna go with my NARS concealer. But your skin definitely looks like skin still, like, and it does give a little bit of a glow, even though for the most part I would say that I'm matte, but I feel like it's more of a satin finish than a matte finish. Maybe I have to let it dry down. Coverage wise, I can see all my moles still. I'm gonna say this is a very light coverage, and to be honest, I really wouldn't want to keep having to layer this on to get the full coverage, but I'm gonna do another layer because obviously I want full coverage. Well, or at least medium, honey. This is a very, very light coverage, though it is making a big difference from my skin without foundation to my skin with the foundation. Based on how the foundation applied the first time, I don't think that I would use it as a concealer because, one, the satin finish, and you guys know I'm not a fan of cream concealers, and two, I don't want to have to layer my products on to the extreme to get the coverage I want. I want coverage the first time. Now I'm more of a medium coverage with that second layer, but I almost want to powder my face or spray it with my Fix Plus matte because I feel like I'm mad shiny. This is definitely a foundation stick for women that don't like to wear a lot of makeup but don't have an issue splurging on a product, because my skin in person looks so beautiful. Like I look radiant, I look really nice, and I don't look like I have makeup caked on my face. Even without concealer and stuff, I feel like if you're one of those women that just wear foundation, which is totally weird, okay? But if you're one of those people that just wear foundation, you might like this. This is a good, like, businesswoman, I'm going to work today, let me throw on some mascara and foundation and lipstick. I feel like this is for that woman. I'm not that woman. I don't know. I really like the way it's making my skin look, despite the fact that I just feel like I look a little too shiny. But we're gonna work it out and see how we do with some concealer. For concealer, I'm gonna take my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. Radiant Creamy Concealer. I always say it backwards. Girl, I just feel so greasy. I cannot wait to set my makeup because I can't. Like, I feel so greasy. And I almost feel like I don't even look like I put concealer on. Like, I feel like the concealer and the foundation are so similar because the NARS concealer that I use is actually like my exact shade. It's not lighter than my face, so even though I use it to highlight, it's more of a natural highlight. It's not like extreme. Tom Ford, which part of this foundation is matte? I look dewy as fuck. I look like my name is Mountain Dew. I'm confused. I'm so confused. I'm gonna take my ABH stick foundation to contour. I will say is that it's such a creamy product that everything is blending into it really nicely, but honey, I look dewy. Okay, so this is something I had to test because a lot of times with a cream foundation, sometimes if you try to like blend other stuff into it with a brush, it'll start to remove the product, but I don't see that happening here, so I'm pleased with that. I think it's very important to note something like that. The natural glow you get from this foundation is redonkulous. I just can't wait to set it so I can see what I'm gonna look like, because right now I just look like oily is my middle name. All the products are blending into the foundation effortlessly and flawlessly, so maybe it's good that it's so creamy, but honey, I did not ask for this. I really didn't. P.S. Super excited for the Fenty drop that's coming. Cannot wait. Finally, I can set this crap. I am using my Midnight Banana Powder. Interesting thing happening here. Not happy about this. The makeup around my mouth, it's like disappearing. So I'm gonna hurry up and set it because I don't want it to go anywhere. Tom Ford, $100 for you. Listen, I want spousal support. I want child support. I want alimony and a monthly allowance for this foundation, okay? That's what I need this foundation to give me, because for $102, I don't want my foundation to be breaking up around my mouth, because that is definitely my little problem area where I sweat a lot on my nose and I sweat a lot on my upper lip because of beach hairy. Now that I've set that area though, I'm gonna pray for the best. And the shine is definitely reduced once you start setting your face, so we're not mad. I'm gonna go ahead and take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep and set my contour. And I'm just patting it onto the skin. You know what? I'm kind of loving how flawless my skin looks with this foundation. I feel like, just like every other makeup product, it has its ups and downs, but I'm not mad. I'm dusting away my powder. I'm gonna add some blush. I'm using Raisin by MAC. For highlighter, I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Ginger Binge. I'm actually loving my face. I have a couple issues with the foundation itself that I'm gonna get into after, but I just need to fill out my brows in. I'm gonna do it off camera. I am going to take my Matte Fix Plus and drown myself in it. I'm not even going to use a second setting spray today. Child, one primer, one setting spray, one girl. That's it. We're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna fill my brows in. I'm gonna do an eye look, and we're gonna wear this foundation for the rest of the day and see how it goes. I'm super excited, but I'm absolutely loving the way that my face looks. I feel like I look professional. Is that, like, it's weird. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I just feel like my skin just looks so airbrushed and like flawless. So I will be back to do a makeup look. So I just want to touch on, I know it's not like 8 p.m. or anything like that. It was almost 8. It's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. I didn't do my makeup at like 11 a.m. so I haven't been wearing my makeup for a very long time, but I've been wearing it for long enough to, I guess, give you guys my thoughts on it, because I don't need a full 8 hours of wear before I decide if the foundation is cool or not. As you can see, I look dewy. I look very dewy, and the products that I used today should have me matte. So the Fix Plus should have me matte, the matte primer that I use should have me matte, and the Tom Ford foundation should have me matte. Because I use the matte primer and the Fix Plus on a regular basis, and my skin is usually super matte after 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours of wear, I'm gonna definitely say it's the foundation that is the reason why I look a little oily right now. I think once I blot this away, it'll be fine, but the description of the foundation stated that it was going to leave me matte. It was a matte finish. From the time I put it on, we could tell it was not a damn matte finish. So I'm gonna start by telling you guys the issues that I found with the foundation. One of the issues that I mentioned was that around my mouth, I found that the makeup was kind of coming off of that area, and that was before I applied my setting powder. Once I applied the setting powder, it pretty much stayed in place, but I feel like maybe I needed a stronger or a better orange corrector to put around my mouth so that I wouldn't experience this issue. Out of all the foundations that I use on a regular basis, that is not an issue that I have ever dealt with. So Another issue that I noticed with the foundation was that around my nose. I want you guys to see up close and personal what I'm talking about. So obviously my nose is shiny right now. Around my mouth, you probably can't see it too well on camera, but in person, it's definitely a little blotchy, patchy. It's matte, but it's missing product. Same with my nose, right in this area here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is like the foundation slid off of it or something. I have creasing under my eyes, and that is due to the fact that I use a cream foundation. So even with the NARS concealer, it still gave me creasing, and the NARS concealer never creases on me, so I know it's the foundation. Those are the only real issues I have with the foundation. Other than that, I love the formula of the foundation. I love the way it applied. I love the way it's like a sheer buildable coverage. The only thing is I don't want to have to layer and layer and layer to get a full coverage, because that's gonna do damage to my skin. Like, I have pretty clear skin, and I don't really want to be layering on something like that that is clearly, I think there's an oil in this, honey. It doesn't say oil free. If it's not oil, there's glycerin in it. Yeah, there's lots of gliss stuff in here. I can't read these things on the package. But whatever's in there that's making me look dewy, I'm not a fan of. I wanted something that was matte for $102. I think that it should do what the product says it's going to do. So I'm just going to give you guys a refresher. So for starters, the Tom Ford foundation did state that it was a medium coverage. I beg to differ. This was definitely a light coverage, but it is buildable. I love that it still looks like skin no matter how much you put on, and that's a big plus for me, because I love for my foundation to still look like skin. I don't like cakey makeup. So it's a really nice product, but it's not medium coverage unless you build it to that level. And because you look so kind of like oily before you like powder yourself down, I don't think that you want to put on so much. Now, it says that it's for every skin type. There's literally sensitive, normal, dry, combination, oily. Personally, if you have oily skin, I would not use this, because look at me. I have combination skin. I'm oily in the T-zone, and all my oil is popping out. My forehead's shiny. My nose is shiny. Under my eyes is pretty matte still. And my cheeks are only beaming because I have on highlighter. Even my chin has a little bit of shine on it. So if you have oily skin, I wouldn't suggest. If you have dry skin, you're gonna love this foundation. If you have combo skin, you may or may not like it. I'm like 50-50. There's parts of it that I like and parts of it that I don't like. Would I spend $102 on this foundation again? I don't think so. If you have sensitive skin or acne prone skin, I would stay away from this foundation. When I originally was putting it on, I said it had a scent that wasn't perfumey. I changed my mind as I was wearing it and smelling it on my face. Like, even right now I can smell it. It does have a perfumey scent, but it's really, really light. I kind of have sensitive skin where, like, if your hands are dirty and you touch my face, I'm gonna break out. So underneath my chin, I had like a irritation there, and I guess I got the foundation on it, and for the last 3 hours under there has been itching. That is a no-go for me, because usually my face is not itchy at all no matter what product I have on there. So that was really alarming for me. The Sephora website states that this product is matte. I think it's more satin, and clearly it doesn't stay that way because, like I said, I am shining. Under the what it is section, it says a unique cream foundation that creates a flawless and natural finish. That I have to agree with. The natural and flawless finish is A1. It is a really nice product, but it's a splurge. If you're not into heavy makeup, I would pick it up. If you are into heavy makeup, I would not even bother, because you're gonna have to be layering for 4 days, okay? You don't have time for that. Nobody has time for that. In the what it does section, it does actually say the portable stick format achieves versatility in application for sheer, medium, or full coverage while remaining beautifully natural and undetectable. So I guess even though it says medium at the top, because it states here that you can get sheer, medium, or full coverage, I guess when I say that it's light coverage until you build it up, they didn't lie, okay? They ain't lie, okay? It is what it is. When used as a concealer, it swiftly hides imperfections, leaving a matte finish. I would not use this as concealer, ever, okay? First of all, I don't like cream concealers, but secondly, the way it's performed as a foundation, I wouldn't want it as a cream concealer. Personally, if I had used a different concealer, like Kat Von D's concealer, if I used that one instead, right now my face would look like the literal sun. Like, I would really be glowing to the gods, for the gods. Like, it would be way too much. I would look like an oily mess. I would look like a grease monkey. We're not into that, Tom Ford, okay? My final conclusion, my final thoughts about this product is that I probably won't be repurchasing, simply because, one, it's way too expensive, and I don't think anybody, rich po, freaking middle class, the queen of England bitch, nobody should be paying $102 for a foundation. Did it give me a nice flawless canvas? Yes, but I didn't stay matte, and that's my #1 goal in life. When I apply my makeup, it's to stay matte, and I didn't get to after only 3 hours of wear. Like, my house is cold. There's no reason. I haven't been sweating. I lied. I actually was curling my hair, so there was a little bit of heat around my face, but I wasn't sweating, and I wasn't like, oh, I'm so hot. So there's no real reason that I should look this oily right now. I'm going to take my Fenty blotting papers and just blot the shine away and see how we look then. So I blot away most of the shine. I'm going to now take my MAC powder and just dab it in the areas that I need to. I hope I'm not blurry. Like, I get so stressed whenever using freaking manual focus. I've blotted, I've applied some MAC powders, and I am definitely more matte now, but the light is beaming off my forehead, so it still looks like I'm a bit dewy. But for the most part, it's alright. I still see shine where I blotted in person, and that's why when you're looking at me with the lights, my forehead is still beaming like my name is Sailor Moon, okay? I don't understand. I really don't understand, Tom. Tom, we need answers. We need to know why our skin is still looking dewy when the product is supposed to be matte. I'm confused. What was I saying about my final thoughts? Would I buy this foundation again? Absolutely not. Maybe like in 2 years. But I'm not going to buy this again. I'm going to use it because I do really like it. But it's just so expensive, and I really personally don't think that anybody should spend $102 on a foundation when there's so many other great foundations on the market. It's definitely a splurge item. It's definitely an item you want to buy if you want to be like extra bougie and you're like, oh, I only wear some food. Like, girl, buy. Okay, I'd rather buy me some Maybelline, honey. Like, absolutely not with the Tom Ford. Especially because it's a makeup product. If it was shoes, if it was clothing, then that would be all the difference because you get to keep it, you get to have it forever. But with makeup, there's an expiry on it. That's #1, which is, what the hell? It don't expire? This is the first makeup product that I've owned that doesn't have an expiry date on it. There's no expiry anywhere, not in the cap. Nope. Alrighty then. There is no shelf life on this foundation, which is very odd, but okay, I guess it lasts forever, so I don't have to worry about it expiring on me. There must be lots of preservatives in it. It's makeup, it's going to run out, so to spend $102 on something that's going to, you know, run out, that has no real longevity, it's just a bit much. Like, it's really a lot. It performed good enough for me to say I actually like it. I like the way my skin looks, but it didn't perform well enough to keep me matte, even with using booster products like Matte Cream and Matte Fix Plus. After I blotted, after I powdered, I'm still not fully matte, and that's an issue for me. Other than that, it's a great product. I look great. I look really pretty. And I think that's the main goal here. Like I said, if you are somebody that likes full coverage, don't buy it. If you have oily skin, don't buy it, don't try it. Most importantly, if you ain't got the funds, honey, don't even look in the direction of this damn foundation, because it is far too much to be spending your coin that you don't have on something like this. It's definitely a luxury splurge item, and it's not something that you want for your everyday foundation unless you like the look of basic makeup. And $102 for basic makeup don't make no damn sense. At all. Frankly, it's unacceptable. Unacceptable! Anyway, you guys, that is it for this review. I'm not even going to check back in because we already see. I'll give you an update in another makeup tutorial to let you guys know how it wore, or how it wore for the rest of the day, because I'm not going to take it, I'm not going to end up taking this off till like 1 a.m. guaranteed. It's 7:22 now. I'm signing out. I love you all, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.